Most people are taught one thing about money. Debt is bad. Your parents say it. Your teachers say it. Even financial advice online often says it. But here's something shocking. Some of the richest people in the world became rich by using debt. In fact, many billionaires don't avoid debt. They use it as a tool. So how does this actually work? And why does debt make poor people poorer, but rich people richer? Today we're going to uncover the secret way wealthy people use debt to build massive wealth. Let's start with the normal way people use debt. Imagine someone gets their first job. They start earning money. Soon they decide to buy things on credit. A new phone, a new car, maybe expensive furniture. They take a loan or use a credit card. Now they have to make monthly payments. But here's the problem. The things they bought lose value. The car becomes cheaper every year. The phone becomes outdated. But the debt stays the same. So they end up paying money for things that are losing value. This is how most people use debt. And that's why they stay stuck financially. Rich people don't use debt to buy liabilities. They use debt to buy assets. Assets are things that make money. For example, businesses, rental properties, investments. Instead of buying things that lose value, they borrow money to buy things that generate income. This is the biggest difference between how the rich and the average person use debt. One famous example is Donald Trump. Before becoming president, Trump was known for real estate development. He didn't buy buildings using only his own money. Instead, he borrowed huge amounts from banks. Then he used that money to build hotels, casinos, and skyscrapers. If the project became successful, the building generated millions of dollars. The income from the property paid back the loan, and everything after that became profit. This strategy allowed him to control billions of dollars worth of property without using only his own money. Another interesting example is Elon Musk. Even though Musk is one of the richest people in the world, he often uses loans. Instead of selling his company's shares, he sometimes borrows money using his shares as collateral. This allows him to get cash without selling his assets. Why does this matter? Because if he sold his shares, he might lose ownership or control. But by borrowing against them, he keeps his assets while still accessing money. This is a strategy many wealthy individuals use. One of the most common ways rich people use debt is through real estate. Let's say someone wants to buy a building worth $1 million. Most people don't have that much money, but banks allow something called leverage. You might only need 20% down payment, so you pay $200,000. The bank provides the remaining $800,000 as a loan. Now imagine the building produces $80,000 per year in rent. After paying loan costs, maybe $30,000 remains as profit. That means your $200,000 investment is generating $30,000 every year. And if the building value rises over time, your wealth grows even more. This is the power of using debt to control larger assets. This strategy is called leverage. Leverage means using borrowed money to increase potential returns. Think of it like a lever. A small force can move something very heavy. In finance, debt can allow someone to control much bigger investments. But this strategy only works if the investment produces income. If the investment fails, the debt can become a big problem. That's why wealthy investors carefully analyze risks. Here's something important to understand. Debt itself is not good or bad. It depends how it is used. If someone borrows money to buy things that lose value, that debt becomes a financial burden. But if someone borrows money to buy assets that grow or produce income, that debt can create wealth. This is why financial education is so important. Because without understanding money, people can easily fall into bad debt. The biggest difference between wealthy people and average people is not just money. It's mindset. Average people ask, how much will this cost me? Wealthy investors ask, how much income will this produce? That small difference in thinking completely changes financial decisions. Instead of buying things that consume money, they focus on things that create money. There's another interesting reason wealthy people use debt. Sometimes it also provides tax advantages. Many business expenses and interest payments can reduce taxable income. This means businesses sometimes pay less tax compared to individuals earning salaries. Because of this, debt can sometimes become a financial strategy instead of a burden. So the next time someone says, debt is always bad, remember this. Debt itself isn't the problem. The real question is what you use it for. Poor financial decisions turn debt into a trap, but smart investments can turn debt into a powerful wealth-building tool. That's one of the secrets wealthy people understand. They don't just work for money. They learn how to use money to create more money. And once you understand this idea, your entire way of thinking about money can change. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more simple ideas about money, economics, and how the rich think about wealth, then make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell